bar so high that you might as well leave it. I'm going undefeated. I've broken the system. Had to breach it. That's mission impossible. Mission completed.
Salute when you see me. I got the heart of a god and a genie. I want you to love me. I want you to need me. When I this face is feedy. I gotta get back to the hood. I remember when I was the needy. Clean me up. Squeaky. She fell in love.
Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles... The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
And we're trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. And pressure coming, and they get it once again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning, and I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route. and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And they'll run on the inside handoff. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
James looking to throw on 2nd down. And this is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This will be from 49 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your plate.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
2nd and 20.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Now Carter to start the drive.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now they try the right side here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun, James. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Solomon Thomas able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 3rd down, Jackson.
He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Another run on second down with Carter.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And now here's a carry heading left. Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. James. Complete. Smith has it. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. James now on 3rd and 2.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. In the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins.
And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
He got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's taken on the 25. 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw, and that is incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Second down at 5. And they'll try to run the option here. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made at about the 38. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Here's a give to Carter. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Hands it off out of the gun. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. James. Well, that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here's A.J. Cole now, standing just outside his own goal line. Take it at the 37. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Now James throwing on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. James. And that'll be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, James. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this 1st half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this 1st half. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it's the Cowboys on top as they play the second quarter. Amari Cooper, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Russell Gage, a touchdown reception. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. 3 touchdown passes there for Jalen Hurts. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. James. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. James. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. And all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. As the offense takes the field, we zero in on Lamar Jackson. And this is, unfortunately for him, a montage he's probably not going to want to keep here for his files.
And I'm not so sure that he would describe it as a spotlight, although it is beating down on him pretty well, as is the rush. He's been hit, harassed, uncomfortable. It's been a really, really tough day for him.
Been sacked 6 times. See all that pressure coming from all angles. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Jackson will throw again. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Chris Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this one's incomplete. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson.
That's complete, left side to Bateman.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Jackson now. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. To throw is James on 1st down.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Back to throw. James. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On second down and 4, Jackson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Taking it about the 16. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out now come the Eagles. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's James on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Jackson on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Jackson on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Caught right side, Davis. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Jackson running again. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Operating from the gun, Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Rosas' kick is good. And they're on the board now. It's 15-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
51 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Odafe Oweh in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. James throwing on 3rd and long. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing again on second down. Jackson, and his throw is incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw again.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Jackson. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Looking to throw. Jackson.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th fourth down pass attempt, and the Eagles defense able to hold. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give him much better starting position.
So that a free 15 yards.
And it's always a tough one as a defender because a lot of the penalties that you commit, pass interference, holding, when they happen, you actually know what you're doing. But a face mask penalty, a lot of times it's inadvertent, but it still costs you the same amount of yardage.
Jackson.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Jackson to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away.